What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Legion of Nerds. I'm Chuck.
And I'm Brandy.
Today we're coming with our non-spoiler review of Alien Romulus. We just got out the theater. We decided we'd sit down and have us a little talk about it. Share our thoughts with y'all and how we felt about the movie. Of course, it's directed by Fede Alvarez, starring Kaylee Spaney, David Johnson, Isabella Merced, and a couple other red shirts that we won't have to talk about.
Cannon fodder.
Everybody in the movie's cannon fodder. This is an alien movie.
It's an alien movie. What do you expect?
That's right. Ridley Scott produced this movie. His hands were, well, maybe not his hands, but like there was a lot of his in this movie, a lot of him in this movie. If you really want to know what should be watched before seeing this movie, make sure you see the first Alien movie. It's anything that Ridley Scott has put his hands on in the Alien universe. Make sure you watch all of those for sure.
Yes.
That's right. All right, first we're going to start with our general thoughts. Would you like to go first?
I really enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed the experience. It was not a packed theater. We went to the late showing, so there was like 12 people in the whole theater. It was fantastic. We got to be as loud as we wanted to be and react the way we wanted to. There were a few spots that didn't hit like they would have hoped they would.
I'm sure. Yeah.
Otherwise, it was overall a great experience for me.
Yeah. Well, for me, I'm a huge Alien fan. Aliens is my favorite movie ever. I know I keep saying that, but I mean, we've been talking about aliens here lately, so I've been saying that a lot. It was just as good as I had hoped for, and just off kilter enough that I wonder what the fuck.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
That's right. That's right. The cast, Kaylee Spaney, I've definitely been enjoying her work. Earlier this year, she did Civil War.
Yes.
She was great in Civil War. She does great in this. Of course, every Alien movie since Alien either has Ripley or the Ripley stand-in. And she does
the Ripley stand-in.
Fantastic job as the Ripley stand-in. David Johnson.
Where has he been?
I'm gonna tell you right now, if he doesn't get more work after this movie, there's something wrong with me. Because to me, he was the standout performer of this movie. His performance was top notch. It's hard. Nobody. I never expected this guy to pull off this performance.
Not at all.
And it was the best performance of the movie. Isabella Merced
did not get utilized enough.
Was not in it a lot. I mean, she was there, but she was. After we walked out of the movie, and I was just like, man, they didn't use her a lot at all. Like, I mean, she's there, but they didn't use her a lot. I mean, nothing wrong with that. I mean, she was there for a purpose.
She's there, physical presence.
That's right. That's right.
That's what they needed her for. That's all that matters.
That's right. Anything you'd like to add about the cast? Anything?
No, sir. You touched on everything.
Right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. The music and the score.
I take that back. There is one thing I do need to say. There is always that asshole in every movie.
Yep. And I'd like to say that the reason for him being an asshole is legit. And I mean, it is. Like, when it comes to the cast, y'all, they're not generic. But every group has tropes. And people. And this dude is a straight asshole. And I just don't see any of the rest of them hanging out with him.
Ever.
But it's just part of the movie. Yeah. You gotta let some things go. Yeah.
All right.
Right.
That was the last comment I had on cast.
I got you. Benjamin Wallfish did the score, and there's so many callbacks to the other Alien movies, and on top of that, his own music for this movie. It's eerie. It gets you just like any of the other Alien movies.
It has you on the edge of your seat.
It does.
Like if you're a nail biter biting your nails, I don't really do that, but some people do.
Yeah, some people do, and yeah,
Ominous.
I'm sure in this movie there were a lot of people sitting on the edge of their seat biting their nail. It is intense. But back to the movie or the music. It was like they knew exactly when to use what beats, and like from the other Alien movies, and the stingers, like it's perfect. There weren't that many like gotcha jump scares in this movie, which I'm all for. Not so many jump scares. I want to be scared without jump scares.
Yes.
Like, to me, jump scares is just gimmick scares. You know what I mean? I'm not saying there ain't any in this movie, but it was not used like that. You know.
It would be like a legitimate jump scare you'd encounter in real life.
Yeah. It was, well, I don't know about real life. It was xenomorph. If I encountered a xenomorph, I'd have a heart attack.
I don't know about you, but if I see a spider, I get kind of...
Yeah, I know.
So...
Step on.
I got it. I promise.
The design of the movie, oh man, and they were really going for the in between Alien and Aliens, and man, did they pull it off. They pulled it off was oh man, so fantastic. It was like half the movie you're in Alien, and then the other half you're in Aliens, and it's not just their surroundings. The things they interact with. The beep boops and all the blips and that's right.
Yes.
Like the
8-bit
the screen.
screens.
That's right. The screens that they pretty much used from Alien, like the old screens. They threw them right back in here. All the callbacks were great. In the design, in the music, in the story, everything. There were probably a few things that probably hit the mark wrong, like you were saying, and I just can't. There was a couple of times I was just like, no, don't do it, don't do that,
and they did.
They did that, but that was big complaint.
That was the main thing I was talking about, not hitting well.
Right. I know.
It just it hurt. It hurt to hear it.
That's right.
It'll be all right. We'll figure it out.
Fede Alvarez, I directed the shit out of this movie.
Yes, he did.
I know he's done some good movies like The Evil Dead remake and Don't Breathe. This is probably his best movie, like in my opinion. I know other people like his other movies, and I wasn't a huge fan of The Evil Dead remake. It wasn't bad by any means, but I just wasn't a huge fan. But this... Man, he's found this claustrophobic horror. Like, he does it better than anyone else. He just does. This movie was gory, and he knew how to shoot it from where and what creeps you out the most.
It gave us old things with new twists.
It did, and Fede was right there. When I heard that he was going to be the director for the new Alien movie, I was so excited.
On board.
Yes, I was so excited because claustrophobic horror is what he does, and that's exactly what Alien needs. Exactly what Alien needs. And I hope that Fede goes on to do great things from here on, like bigger things. I hope he gets all the opportunities in the world.
I'm sure he will.
Yes.
And if not, something's wrong with us again.
That's right. Well, if he doesn't, then give him another Alien movie because I'm down. All right. On to final thoughts.
Go out and see it. Mm-hmm. Definitely. It is one of those that you want to see in theaters. The practical effects.
Oh, the practical
are fantastic.
There's one part in the whole movie where the CGI takes me out of it, and that's it.
Oh, it's
You can't really make these kinds of movies without CGI, a little bit of CGI anymore. And the practical effects are so fucking great that little bit of CGI, it was just weird. For
lack of a better term, it was just wonky.
It was wonky. It was weird. It was. But I love the movie. It probably is. I know everybody's been saying it, but it probably is the best alien movie since Aliens. We now have a trilogy of movies.
And we can just stop at Aliens.
That's right. We can do Alien, and then Romulus, and then Aliens, and we can have a trilogy, and we can just forget about the rest of those.
What'd you talk about?
Yeah, no, because I like Alien 3. I don't care what anybody says. And Alien Resurrection is fun, but it's not a great movie. But yeah, this one, I give it a B+. And if you know me, when it comes to Alien, that's a great score. It's great because I'm very critical when it comes to my alien movies, and B+. Way to go, Fetty.
Grade? Oh, yes. So my grade would be a B. I struggle giving it the plus.
Yeah.
But that's because the things that I wanted to hit didn't hit.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. We're all different and like what we like. I know some Alien fans probably won't like how this movie ends. Some people are saying that it's probably going to be divisive among Alien fans, and I can see where they are correct. I've heard people say that they don't understand why people are saying that, and that's fine too. But that end is weird and different. I'm not saying it's bad by any means, but it was definitely different.
It's cringeworthy.
And Fetty took a shot, and it was not bad. Like he did a great job by taking this shot. Now I'm not saying he hit it out of the park for me, but I've heard some people say that he did, and it was great for them. But for me, but the rest of the movie is intense and just non-stop. Like once you start, because at the very beginning it picks up and then you just go, and by the end this movie has you by the arm, dragging you to the end, and that's great. And no matter what I like about the end or not, the rest of this movie is non-stop gory, claustrophobic horror that anyone that's a fan of the Alien franchise will love. I promise. B+, B. We loved it. Go out and see it as soon as possible.
Definitely.
That's right. I've been Chuck.
I've been Brandy.
We've been the Legion of Nerds. Y'all don't have too much fun.
Run.